Well, hello. Well, hello, folks. Happy Saturday, happy weekend, and the first Saturday of February. Welcome to our webinar today. I'm so excited that you're have joined us, and I think we'll have folks from all over the world. I'm gonna wait just a few minutes here as everybody jumps on and joins us here. Get the volume set up here correctly, and I'll watch as participants come in here today. My co-host Claudia will be joining us shortly as well, and we will get the show on the road here. So I really appreciate everybody coming in, and if you're guests today, thank you. Whoever invited you today, we'll make sure that you get you'll want to make sure that you get back with that person that invited you to this webinar and get all your questions answered. And we just we'll want to share some information. I'm going to tell my story first as we get started here and just kind of share it with the folks. Some of you have heard my story, but let me jump back to 1975. I don't imagine some of you were even on the planet back in 1975. But 1975, I was a student at the University of Houston and waiting tables at one of the funnest, hottest, coolest restaurant concepts and discotheques in Houston, Texas. And my roommate at the time was also a Mike. My name is J. Michael Smith, by the way. But anyway, Mike and Mike, we were roommates at Houston, going to school there. He was a star football player on the University of Houston football team, and he waited tables at the same restaurant I did. 1975, we were finishing up school, and here's two young guys in their 20s just dreaming and having a great time. And the restaurant we were working for in Houston actually had a location in Honolulu, Hawaii, on Waikiki Beach. And we called up the owner and said, "Hey, can we transfer to Hawaii?" So we did, in fact, in I think it was May or June of 1975. We each had about $350 in our pockets, and we caught a cheap flight to Honolulu, Hawaii, and the rest is history, guys. Over the next couple of years, we had a blast waiting tables at night at this restaurant in Waikiki Beach, and spending the days on the beach and surfing and body surfing and canoeing. Those are canoes, outrigger canoes behind me here. But and then as the years came on, as we got a little bit older, closer to our late 20s, we started thinking about life and getting serious in life. And we were blessed. The restaurant company we were working for at that time, invited us wanted to promote us into management, which was then we knew, okay, that's for, the days of surfing and waiting tables was probably over, but life was getting serious. So we jumped on and, hold on just a second here. I believe Claudia is coming on board. And hold on just a minute. I'm going to promote her up to panelist here, and she should be coming on board here in just a second. Let me put, there she is. Hey, Claudia, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. But anyway, back to my story, guys. So we waited tables, Mike and I, and actually a couple other guys from University of Houston came over as well. Another one of the football players. And Mike's brother came over, as well as a guy that was waiting tables and bartending with us at the restaurant in Houston. And so we had just a great few years there. Boy, young guys in 2025 in Waikiki Beach. But and then all of us, not all of us, but 3 out of the 5 that came over went into management, and they sent us, but sent us back to the mainland, to Phoenix, and back to Houston, and back to Long Beach, California, to manage those restaurants. And it was a great restaurant called Bobby McGee's Conglomeration. Google it. It's none of them are open anymore, but boy, in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, they were a great concept. And we moved up into management. We got married. We started having children. But guys, the Hawaii bug had really bitten me. And so fast forward to 1986, I was married. My son was 18 months old, and he's 32 today. And my wife and I sold everything we had, borrowed some money from friends and family, and maxed out the credit cards. And we moved back to Maui, Hawaii, and opened a small little cafe, rolled our sleeves up, and just went to work. And the lifestyle of raising my son on Maui was, it was a little different. because I had a business. I owned a business. So yes, I worked hard. Worked, those first couple years or first couple, I was working, gosh, 14, sometimes 16-hour days, consecutive days, weeks in, weeks out to get that little business up and running. And it was a struggle. First, any business is a struggle. And if you own it and operate it, but we did. That little small cafe today is 32 years old. I no longer own it, but it's still there and still open after 32 years. My son today is 32 years of age, or 32. Actually, be 33. But anyway, so that was just a new dream for me. And that over time, folks, over a period of time, we became blessed. That little restaurant did survive and start building, and we slowly built it up. Wasn't without hardship and headaches as well. The second one we opened on Maui in 1989 did not succeed. And we closed down, I believe after 3 or 4 years, because it just wasn't making money. It was losing money. Closed it down. I actually lost a couple $100,000 doing that one. But I never gave up. Went on to open 6 more. We went on to opening 2 in Colorado and Denver and Fort Collins, which, by the way, I still do own those 2 Colorado restaurants. But that's not the end of the story. In 2008, 10 years ago, a great friend of mine who was a successful home builder and developer in Southern California called me up. And if you remember, take a moment to remember what was happening in 2007, 2008. That was when this recession hit, and it was a global recession, but particularly in the United States too. And our restaurant sales were dropping, and we're scared, and we're really trying to save our restaurants. And we did survive through those times, but we really lost. I mean, it wasn't easy. However, I was introduced by this friend, this home developer in Southern California, the profession of network marketing. It completely just made sense to me. And I'm going to share a screen here. I'll still keep myself up here. Hold on just a second, and I want to share what we're going to be doing here. Let me get this started. It didn't take me but a minute here. And there we go. So anyway, I was introduced to professional network marketing in 2008, 10 years ago. It made sense to me as a businessman. It was totally different than building brick and mortar restaurants that I was in physically every single day. But I took this friend of mine, his name was Greg, in Southern California's advice, and I trusted him. He was a dear trusted friend. He had been a very successful businessman, and we started down another path of direct sales in that time in a service company. And we just started building another business. And it fascinated me. I loved it. I saw the future of network marketing was great. The opportunity was unlimited, and we started building a network marketing company. During that time period, some things happen, and you get into a whole different group of people within a new profession. I still have great friends with just a variety of the restaurant people in my restaurant career, which was over 40 years. We're great friends, and many of them have now joined our professional network marketing company. But folks, I learned that this was the opportunity of the future. We are moving into this digital age, and I'll talk about that in just a few minutes. But the company I am aligned with right now, and Claudia is also with, and Claudia, by the way, is a top international business developer out of Toronto, Canada, but also building in the state of Hawaii as I am now, and around the globe as well. But we got introduced to 4Life Research, scientific research. 4Life Research is a research company. And we started sharing our products. We started using our products. And this company is on just a projectile upward growth. It's over 20 years old, and it's all about just word of mouth, what we're doing here today, and the new technology of Zoom. I can share this with anybody pretty much on the entire planet, as long as they have Wi-Fi, and can open up this webinar. In fact, we have some friends on today from all over the country watching today, and we'll be sending this out as a recording later on. There's a couple slides that in this presentation, not a couple, there's three actually. Well, actually, I'm going to add a 3.5 today, but 3 slides. This is the first one that when I was introduced to this, what I'm showing to you today, a few years ago, that started sitting up. We started to sit up and take notice. We believe in together building people. And the couple that shared this with me, Dave and Gabriella Daughtry, were so sincere and so real. They're authentic, and their integrity just made sense. They live in San Diego. They've been involved in this company for 20 years. They have hundreds of thousands of franchises and distributors on their team all over the world, and they were sharing it with me, and they made me feel like I was the most important person, but because they believed it. They didn't just say this. It wasn't just on the picture. It was they believed it and they lived it. When they say we believe, they didn't just believe it, they lived it, about together building people. The company is based on a pillar of three-legged, I can compare it to a three-legged stool, where if one of the 3 legs is gone, the stool is going to topple over. Science, success, and service is what we believe in. That's the core value for 20 years of this company's growth, and allowing it to grow all over the globe in 20 years to $1 billion company. And what makes us different, what makes our company different, is a product called Transfer Factors. Our exclusive 4Life Transfer Factor immune system, support system. We're not going to talk a lot about the products today, but this is the core product of our company. It recognizes the molecule. It's not a mineral. It's not a vitamin. It's not an herb. It's an actual molecule that is found, that God-given molecule that God gives us as a baby from our mother's milk, those first couple days of being born through the breast milk. It's colostrum, but it recognizes, it responds and remembers threats that attack to your body. Our company is, look at some of these numbers, debt-free with businesses in more than 50 countries. We actually sell products in over 100 companies. Our products are patented, so you can be protected. We are protected as we market these products throughout the country. The second slide of the presentation I saw that really got my eyes open was this one. Look at those numbers: 3.7 trillion, 148 billion. These are billions, and these industries are all growing on the planet, all over the globe, and our company is involved in all 4. There's many wonderful professional networkers around the country and around the globe, selling products and services, but many of them are just in 1 or 2 of these industries. We're in all 4 of these industries. In all 4 industries, our products, we have over 100 products, are dynamic and different because of the transfer factor that in them. We have the exclusivity of transfer factor. I mentioned science as one of our pillars, our 3-legged stool, if you remember. And that to me also I've been to the corporate office, I've been to our $1 million laboratories here in the United States. I've met the scientists, the doctors, the microbiologists, the PhDs who work in our labs to make sure that we are creating a true tested, we are university tested, independent tested on our products. These guys are professionals, and you can count on them to make sure our products, if you using them as a customer or selling them as a distributor, I am totally 150% confident that it is a pure and tested and does what it says it's going to do. Just real briefly, as I said, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on transfer factor, but we opened our company in 1998, 20 years ago, with this one product. And this one product, now we have sold over $3.2 billion in transfer factor products all over the globe. We have 25 corporate offices in 25 countries around the globe. And as I said, we sell in over 100 companies. And folks, talk a little bit as you want to talk about show me the money. 4Life is one of the most generous companies in our industry, in our profession. They've sold over $3.2 billion in products in 20 years and have paid out commissions to the individuals all over the globe, myself, Claudia, and all of our distributors on our team and throughout the company, over 60% back. So over $2 billion has been paid out to us over the 20 years in commissions. Just briefly, I'll let you can kind of look at this for just a few minutes. As I said, this is our proprietary product, and this is what drives our company. And the health, we are improving the health globally, from India to Japan to South America to South Africa to Russia, all through Europe. This product is making an impact on the health and wellness of so many, promotes overall wellness, and is backed, as it says, by exclusive, patented, and proprietary formulas. Never heard of it? Google transfer factors and read the story of it. Or go back to the person who invited you to watch this, get to their website. We have dozens of scientific videos and showing it how we produce it, how it's formed, what it does, and how it does it. It's a wonderful, wonderful product. I had never heard of transfer factors. It was actually invented or found, wasn't invented because it's a natural God-given product, but it was discovered in 1949. How many years ago was that? Some of the products, guys, one of the things, as we said, 4 different industries. This is a beautiful line that I love at 66 of my senior years. It's a product that it's a 30-day accelerator system. Look at all the products in here. If you look at any one in each of those products, it's just an amazing system that is transforming individuals all over the globe, and particularly here in North America with optimizing body composition. This is scientific products, and you can see here some examples. I can show you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these real life examples, real people, and introduce you to them, let you talk to them if you want to. But we're creating stories like this just all across the globe. Energy drinks. We've got an amazing energy drink product. There's 6 basic ways that you can earn commissions and money from opening a For Life distributorship wherever you are. And we will teach this. We have great teaching classes, teachers, trainers, educators in our group, in our team, but you can get so many more. You're going to get so much training, but there's 6 different ways. 25% is one of the key ways you can get, and we actually get paid on a daily basis if you want. They pay us daily on sales through our system. You get paid automatically, goes right into your back office and into your accounts. So that's wonderful. Quick example here. I'm just going to flash through this. As you can see here, there you are up in the United States where I got started in Colorado. I'm down here in Texas now. Over these last few years, I've moved over to Hawaii, which I'm really want to present and working in this year, growing my Hawaii business. But you can see the possibilities of For Life. You can grow a business and have open opportunities. I know Claudia has a team in India, in the Philippines. We're working in Africa now, Europe, Australia. And as you grow this business over time, and it takes a little time, but you can do this in months or weeks or months or years. But look at these numbers, a total income of $6,168, just slowly building an organization of selling wonderful health and wellness products. We can earn free products. They give us a tremendous amount. This is another way they benefit. They want us to try the products. They want us to use the products. So that we have a loyalty program. We get free products every month. Here's another slide, guys. I said there was 4 that really impacted me. And here's what I've come to learn. As I mentioned earlier about us being in a global digital society now, a global digital economy that is just exploding. Reading a new book where they're talking about in the history of mankind, that's going back a long time, there has never, ever been as much opportunity, business opportunities there is right now because of the way the globe has shrunk. We're doing business all over the world instantaneous using our iPhones and our laptops. And that's what I'm talking about in that top left-hand corner. You can build, we're building a global global, international, multi-million-dollar network and company from my smartphone and my laptop. That is, to me, when I just, it's overwhelming to me sometimes, and how we're building this economy now, and how the profession of network marketing is moving into a whole different era that is just exploding through the use of Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat and Marco Polo. We are instant communication with anybody on the planet now, and that is how we're just, and you learn that and teach that and train that and learn how to do that, you can build literally an international multi-million-dollar company with us. Dave and Gabby, 20 years with this company. As I said, they've having very excellent success. You can find a true purpose and meaning when you build people around you, and that is so rewarding. So much more rewarding for me right now with building a team of people building people. When I say much more rewarding, yes, I was so blessed with a dynamic, wonderful restaurant career. However, I worked with employees. At one time, we had over 650 employees in 7 restaurants in Colorado and Hawaii, and we're working with employees who I was paying to do something, and they were rewarded. We built a great family culture in that industry. I've got employees that have been with me 30 years and 25 years, but it was an employee base. Now, it's so much more rewarding in people building people. And now I want to go back to those 650 employees through my restaurants and everybody else, but particularly those, and for those that will accept my help and my training and teaching, I now want to share with them what I have learned over the years and give back to them, because they built my restaurant company as employees. Now I can show them how they can build their own companies and surpass me in the field of network marketing. I want to give back to these employees now. Who will support you? We have incredible online training. If you think you can never own a business, I know you're watching this and saying, I don't think I could do this. I don't know that I could do this. But you're unhappy with your job. You're working paycheck to paycheck, or you're working 2 jobs. Many of you in Hawaii are having to work 2, in some cases 3 jobs, just to live in that beautiful, beautiful state because of the sheer cost of living in that state. Step-by-step training, personal mentors. You will have a personal mentor who will teach and train you, take you on as a personal responsibility. And we have teams in over 100 countries now, and you can join any and all of those teams. 3 different options actually that we're offering. Claudia and I are what we call business developers. We are, as I said, I am building a new company just as I built my restaurant company. Or you can simply choose just to be a retailer with the dynamic social media new world and the cell phone apps and the smartphone apps. You can be a retailer and just sell our incredible products and earn 15, 20, 25% of products on a daily basis. The third one, which is the foundation of our company, are our customers who buy our products on a regular basis, and the products are supplements that they continue to take. I've got customers I set up in 2016 who are today, they are still ordering that products every single day because of what they've seen it do to their health and wellness. But so there's the options for you. We can get you started. 5 quick, easy ways to get you started. We can do that in about 5 or 10 minutes, either one of those 3 options that you choose, and we encourage you to do that. This is the final slide. That when I saw this information, when Dave and Gabby showed this to me and their team, somebody that had invited me to watch and introduced them to me, I watched this slide. Guys, these are real numbers. These are actual numbers from our company's income disclosure statement that we have on our website. You can go download this, print it out. These are the average numbers. It's a breakdown. There's much more in that income disclosure, but these are real numbers that can be earned and are earned in our company if you do the work. You get committed and let those mentors coach you and get you through the training programs and do the work. These are the numbers that you can earn. Dave and Gabby, our platinum and my platinum, Claudia and I, They're our Platinum International Diamond, and they are dedicated to helping others succeed. Dave shared with me recently that in his organization over the last 20 years, he has over 100 people that are earning in excess of $1 million a month. He knows where he's been. If you want to, always say, if you want to go somewhere, find someone that's already been where you want to go and let them take you with them. And so they are helping Claudia and I. We are helping you, and they will help you in whatever your goals are. You might not need or want to make that kind. You might say just an extra $500 or $1,000 a month will do dynamic help in our family's expenses. But these are real numbers. This was the slide that when I saw this a few years ago, I said, okay, I don't know what it's going to cost to do this, but I'm doing it. I knew what it cost to open a restaurant in excess of $1 million, open a new restaurant these days, at least the restaurants we have. And I didn't know what this was going to cost me, but at this point, I hadn't told Dave and Gabby, but basically they could have stopped the presentation and I would have said, let's go do this. And that's, they said, do life differently. So I jumped on board, folks. I still own, as I said, the 2 restaurants in Colorado, but 80% of my business life and daily work is building a for-life business around the globe. Focusing today a little bit on Hawaii, but this is, if you're watching here from India or Ohio or Alabama or Canada or Colombia in South America, this business is available for everyone. But Claudia and I have chosen because of I want to give back to that state that helped me raise and live a wonderful life. I live in Texas now, but I want to be able to travel back to, hold on just a second. Let me stop that. Go back to Colorado, to Hawaii often. And I know Claudia is going over to Hawaii in just a couple of weeks. So we have determined that we want to build and grow and give back to the people of Hawaii that choose to accept our offer, the opportunity to build in that state. Claudia is focusing on the Big Island, particularly in the Kona area. I'm focusing on Maui, of course, where my son still lives. My brother and his wife live on Maui now. And that's Maui in the background, by the way. That's the Kihei Canoe Club. I love to paddle. And if I can get out on the water with the senior guys at 5:30 in the morning on Maui, you can't imagine the experience of paddling down the coast of Maui as the sun comes up. But so I want to get back to Hawaii, give back to Hawaii, and and start building. And we are going to do it. With or without you folks, we're going to build a dynamic business in the state of Hawaii as we build around. Claudia continues to build in the Philippines and India. I'm also working in Africa this year. But I want to bring Claudia on board and let her share her story a little bit, and then we'll just wrap this up today. But again, I appreciate you coming on. Claudia, thanks for joining us. I know you're on the road today, so up in there.
Yes, and thank you, Michael. I'm so excited to share this platform with you, and I am actually really excited to be hosting from a car. And the reason is because, as you were saying, we can actually take our business with us. So I'll explain a little bit why I'm in the car. And I had a wonderful job for 14 years. And just like Michael said, he was a business owner. I had an executive job. It was fantastic. I had lots of benefits that we all dream about. But I was lacking something, and that was freedom. I had a certain freedom with the company that I was, but not the one that I wanted, because when I had my child 6 years ago, I said to myself, I will make sure that I invest my time, the best time of his years, to see him and to enjoy him and to really be able to dedicate myself to him. And so I did a little bit of an exchange. I exchanged time for money. So I was making a really good salary with bonuses, and I said, I'm just going to jump and start a business. And everybody knows that starting a business requires time and money. So that's where I'm at. But here's the thing. as I speak to you guys today from the car, I'm actually watching my mom take her cat to the vet office. So I literally can take my business with me. And that's what I wanted. He's in there, my son, with his grandma, taking the cat to the vet. And I'm watching them because they're waiting, and I'm looking at you. And I'm thinking, oh, this is such freedom, because this is what I wanted. I can do my business from my phone. So I don't call it work from home, but work from your phone. I actually hashtag on my posts that, because you can do your business from your phone, and it is just incredible. So I want to invite everybody that is interested in learning more about how to do the new wave of business, which is the way to take it around with you, to talk to the person that invited you, to talk to Michael, myself, or anybody that shared this video with you, because there is a new way. And if you enjoy sitting in an office, which a lot of people do, I had that job when I came to Canada. I had a downtown office with a window to the outside in downtown, and I had my own cubicle, and it was a pretty good position in a textile company. That was good, but I could not wait to get out at 5 o'clock. So I knew that that was not for me. And then I had the second job, which I was very free. I was visiting people. But again, the stress level was too high when I got the baby. So I was a new mom, and I said, oh, this is a lot of work, and I want to be able to manage my time. That's where Hawaii comes in. A year ago, a little bit over a year ago, I actually met a wonderful man. He is my partner now. We are in a relationship, but because of the world moving so fast, and from world, the world is just, I actually met him in a convention for life, and it happened that he lived in Hawaii. So I live in Canada, he lives in Hawaii, and that is the reason why I said, wow, what a great opportunity that I can actually have a boyfriend in another part of the world, because I'm going to build a line. I'm going to build my team in Kona, Hawaii. So that way, when I'm traveling, which I do often, I actually traveled 4 times, I think, to Hawaii last year, and I'm in about 11 days going again. So my trips become not only vacation trips, and of course everybody loves that, but they're even more rewarding, because from the moment I actually am on the plane, I'm sitting to the person beside me if she wants to, and I'm sharing my business with her. I'm at the airport, I'm buying a coffee in Vancouver, which normally is where I make my stop, and at the lady at the coffee shop, I'm talking to her. I get to Kona. Well, I always get to Kona very late because it's 15 hours in trip, so I don't talk that day. But by that time, I will have spoken to a few people. Now I get there, and then my week starts. We go snorkeling. I have 2 slides to share with you, because Michael is always showing us this great backdrops in his office. So I do want to share 2 slides. I'll do that while I talk. And so let me see 1 second if I can do this from the phone. It's my phone. Oh my goodness. Broadcast to Zoom. Okay, this is my first time. Give me a second, guys. I just want to share photos. Okay, so I chose just all photos. Yeah. So I don't know if you can see this, but I am trying it. I think I can.
There you
go. Okay, so
yeah.
Yep. So this is that sunset that you see is actually where I actually spend every single afternoon with my boyfriend, which is his lanai on a mountain. And this is what we get to see. And the next picture is actually 2-step, which is where we go snorkeling. So again, I spent 7, 10, 12 days, whatever we have decided. But every time I'm going to Costco, every time I'm going to Walmart, every time I'm going to Kona Coffee to have, or Starbucks or wherever we go, I'm talking to people about my business, and I'm talking to people about an opportunity that we have, that a lot of the people in Hawaii actually have gone to Hawaii from California and other parts of the world, and because they love and live the concept of living in paradise. But living in paradise can get expensive, and I like Michael said, I can see people struggling because they have to have those 2-3 jobs. And what I'm trying to create is conscience that this is one of the sources of income that they can actually have, instead of having that second or third income. So or even making a main job like Michael and I do, which we make it to be our principal, our main income. So I can get to do the snorkeling, I can get to do the vacation, and I can be in this beautiful romantic place, and I am still making my business work for me. So it's not about, oh, I'm going to ask my boss for vacation, and is it going to be, I used to have a job where I had to request my vacations at the beginning of the year without knowing what was going to happen in the middle of the year. And so if I was assigned the week of October, which was the one that kind of suited when I was married with my husband, and we didn't even have children then, so I don't know how parents do it when they have teenage kids and little kids and 2 jobs and 3 jobs, because I don't even ask me, because I could barely make it and I only had one, my husband. So I had to request my vacation, and it had to match with the other 18 managers, and it was just so much work. Now I can just choose to do my vacation, work through the vacation, and enjoy my life, which is what I promised I would do. And this past December, what I did was a 12-day trip with Mateo to Orlando. So we did a road trip. It took us 3 days to get there, 3 days to come back, 6 days in Disney. Nothing like crossing off your bucket list Mickey Mouse singing happy birthday to my son. And that was like before he was born. I had said, I'm going to have Mickey Mouse sing his birthday song at around 6 or 7 years of age. And I made it happen, because you know what, folks? Whatever you set your mind to do, you plan it, you have a team that will help you and work with you to make it happen. And it doesn't matter if it's to travel the world and take 3 months to travel the world. We can plan it, we can do it. So that's all for me. I'm just super excited, like I said, to have you guys here tonight and to be co-hosting with Michael. Thank you, Michael.
I love your story, Claudia. Just love it. And yes, we are, guys, it's 8 a.m. or actually 8:30 now in Hawaii. So all of you listening and watching over in Hawaii, you guys, I'm envious. I know you're going to have a beautiful, beautiful Saturday. Going to Hawaii sometimes is a lifelong dream. When I had my restaurants there, folks, I would have couples that would come in on their 40th and 50th wedding anniversary who saved for 20 years to take one trip to Hawaii. And we tried to make their 40th wedding anniversary dinner special because of that. But I thought, my gosh, they spent 20 years saving money for one major trip to one of the most beautiful states in the United States. And we do have 50 wonderful states. I love the state of Colorado. I love Canada. But guys, Hawaii is my dream. It treated me, I was blessed way more than I deserved with a lifestyle and fortune and wealth, but more importantly, were the friends I made there. The friends are lifelong friends. I want to get back to them. If you're open and looking for an opportunity, this is one we would love for you to consider. We invite you to join us on this journey. We're going to just impact so many lives in your state as we continue to impact lives all over the globe in their health, number one, and their family, number two. Actually, family, number one. They can spend more time with their family, as Claudia has with her son now, and then their health, number two, and their wealth, number three. We can show you how to do that on a daily, part-time, full-time basis. So get your questions answered. We'd love to have you join us. Get back to the first person that shared this with you today. Have a wonderful, God bless Saturday and weekend, and live out that aloha spirit everywhere you go. So guys, take care. Claudia says goodbye, and we will see you next Saturday. We do this every single Saturday at the same time. Aloha. We love you. God bless.
Aloha, Michael. Aloha, everybody.